Substack. It's called You're Throwing Your Life Away. Sometimes working in adult film felt like a high school group project. Early in my career, I got booked for a scene with Jackie St. James, a director I really admired. Her shoots felt different from a lot of the sets I had been on. They were more dialogue heavy, and I knew I would have to act. I was excited to work with her, but I was also nervous because I had no real acting experience. I wanted to be good, not just pretty enough, easy to work with, or willing to do the scene. I wanted to be good at the job. When Tyler Nixon pulled up, I felt my face flush. He was one of the cutest guys I had seen in the industry. I was playing his mom. We were basically the same age. Jackie went through my suitcase trying to find something for me to wear. I remember standing there while she pulled out options, feeling like I was back in high school and someone cooler was going through my closet. I didn't know what a MILF was supposed to wear. My idea was probably some Target dress with sunflowers on it, something shapeless with a belt, like a paper bag trying to be feminine. Before the scene, we had to shoot stills. I remember standing there in lingerie and heels. I didn't know how to walk in them. In the scene, I was supposed to be furious with him for quitting school. The line was, "You're throwing your life away." I couldn't get there. Jackie tried to coach me through it. She told me to think of a time I'd been angry and yell. I think I even said, "I don't get angry." Tyler looked at me. "You don't get angry?" Everyone kept trying to help get angry, but I couldn't. I didn't know how. I was 30, but the idea of having a teenage son felt impossible to me. My timeline for everything in life had always felt slow. I just graduated from college at 29. I still didn't have a career that made sense. I was entering the adult film at an age when a lot of women I knew were settling into the lives they had chosen. For me, adult film was survival work. I know not everyone experiences it that way, but I did. It felt like plan C or plan D, or whatever plan you end up with when the first versions of your life don't work out. That was part of why I wanted to work with Jackie so badly. Her work felt like something I could take seriously. It made me feel like adult film could be something other than just smut. If I could get in with the people making real adult movies, maybe I could salvage some part of what felt like rock bottom. I tried the line again, "You're throwing your life away." It still didn't work. Every take felt worse than the one before it. Everyone was waiting. We still had to get through the actual scene. Jackie encouraged me to try one more time. I took a breath and yelled, "You're throwing your life away." People on set laughed. I had overshot the emotion so badly that it became funny. I wish I could say I laughed too, but mostly I felt mortified. I stood there feeling like I had failed at the backup plan to my backup plan. I'd entered the industry because I needed money. After college, my student loans went into repayment immediately. I was paying on multiple loans every month and living at home, trying to figure out how to get out. Adult film seemed safer than the work I'd been doing before because performers were tested. Scenes were booked through agents, and I wasn't walking into appointments alone, wondering if anyone would know where to find me if something went wrong. I also didn't have much sexual experience, which sounds strange considering the job. I was not someone who felt sexually free or confident, and because I was 30, I wasn't being cast as someone inexperienced. I was being cast as the woman who was supposed to know what she was doing. What I didn't understand yet was that adult film was not were really making it work knew how to use set as content. Between scenes, they were taking photos and filming little videos. They knew how to make people feel like they were part of their lives. I was usually sitting somewhere reading a book. I'd been a sporty girl. I played soccer and ran track. I didn't wear foundation. I threw my hair into a ponytail. I had no idea how much work went into making the job look easy. So when I couldn't get through one line, it felt like proof that I didn't belong there either. Jackie eventually decided we needed to move on. I still had to get through the rest of the scene. I don't remember much of it now, except the feeling that everyone was waiting on me. Adult film sets run on tight schedules. Locations are rented by the hour, and no one has endless time to help you find the emotion in one line of dialogue. People wanted to finish the day and go home. I wanted to go home too, but I still had a job to do. Afterward, I was sure I'd ruined my chance with her. Later, my agent told me Jackie thought I needed more experience before she would book me again. She was probably right, but it still hurt to hear. I did eventually work with her again, but not for a long time. I went home feeling like I'd failed at the thing I was already ashamed to be doing. I was living with my parents, carrying a suitcase up the stairs with full set makeup on, trying to act casual. My mom would ask where I'd been all day. I had entered adult film because I thought it might be safer and more stable than what I'd been doing before. Instead, I felt like I'd stepped into another world where I didn't belong. I didn't know how to move forward, but I didn't know how to go back either. I started thinking about everything I'd already walked away from. Before adult film, I'd worked at a local coffee shop and built real trust with families in the community through house sitting, dog sitting, and babysitting. I didn't understand yet that this was real work too, or that it could have become something more. For a while,